Welcome back to MKE Gadgets. Before we start today's video, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate your support. So this here is my recent addition to my shop. It's a Tapmatic tapping attachment. And this can go in a drill press or a milling machine, and I got it from my Bridgeport mill. So you put this in the spindle, and when you tap, this arm wants to spin, so you have to stop it. And the instructions say, don't hold on to it. You have to put some kind of post here to stop it from rotating. So today's video is about extending this arm. To do that, I have this scrap piece of aluminum donated, and it's kind of an odd shape, but I think it's gonna work perfect today. Where the red is, I'm gonna mill a pocket for the arm to extend to. I'm gonna cut off this piece and bolt it over the arm. With this removed, I'll drill into here. And I have a couple options for fasteners, so this doesn't fly out on me. One is a 1/4 20 thumb screw that I can tap and thread in there. Stainless steel knurled thumb screw, which is pretty nice. One of my favorite fasteners, also 1/4 20. This is a plunger. You thread it into the part and you pull in a pin. This one I like the best because I don't think I'll get lost. First I want to do is cut off this flange here and take it to the milling machine and square everything up and machine a pocket. And then figure out how this piece will bolt on here. Let's go to the bandsaw first. So here I am at the bandsaw. I'm just cutting that little flange off. Now that will be my clamp on there. With these two pieces cut apart, I'm going to go in there and just clean up the edges. I'm not really after any dimensions on this project. I just got to make it work. That edge cleaned up real nice, I'll hit it with a file. There's no dimensions on this part. All I'm going is for cleanup, so I'll hit it with a Sharpie. When I see the red gone, then I know I got 100% cleanup. That worked out well. One pass there and back, and I got all the saw marks out. Next, I'm going to drill a 1/2 inch hole here, and that's for that aluminum rod. I found the center of the part here. I'm going to center drill and drill with a 1/2 inch drill bit. With that hole drilled out, we'll try the rod in there. Rod works perfect. Next, we got to mill out the pocket. So the width of this arm is 3/4 of an inch. I have a 3/4 inch 2-flute high-speed steel end mill. I'm going to go down a depth 1/8 of an inch. So let's do a test fit and see how it looks so far. That fits in there real nice. Off camera, I'm going to remove that material in that corner so I can get this all the way up to that shoulder. So I want to bolt these two together, and I'm just going to use the existing holes. The best way to transfer the hole location is with a transfer punch. So the size of the top hole is the same size as the punch, and has just a small little point on there. I'm lining it up with my 1, 2, 3 block. Back to the mill, we'll drill and tap those holes. Center drill and drill. Off camera, I'll tap those 2 holes by hand, and that'll be the last time I'll do any hand tapping. With the 2 plates bolted back together, this slides in there real nice and tight. And then the rod fits in there real nice. Next I'm going to go in here and drill 2 ¼ 20 holes, and that's going to be for fasteners to hold the 3 parts together. Center drill and then drill. Off camera, I'm going to deburr this and then tap it by hand. Surely this would be the last time I have to tap by hand. Alright, I know what you're thinking. So what is this project really all about? This is my tapping head. Here's the adapter and here's a bar. When a tapping head rotates, it wants to spin around, and this will hit the Bridgeport column. You can see on the end of it, I put a golf ball. That's so it doesn't scratch the paint. I recently picked up 25 of these steel tubes. They're 1.5 by 2 by 24 inches, 3/16 wall. I want to drill 6 tapped holes, ¼ 20 on each of them. So that's a lot of holes I got to tap by hand. So that's why I got the tapping head here today. And this is its maiden voyage. So I just tapped 3/4 20 holes in a matter of seconds. If I would have had to do it by hand, I'd still be doing it. Let's take this over to the bench. We'll unassemble it and we'll talk about it. So here's the part I just tapped. 6 holes, ¼ 20, 3/16 wall. I have 25 of those to tap. That would take a long time. So this is like the piece I started out with, kind of an odd shape. So from this was a gift from a friend. He cleaned out his stuff and he had a couple of these. I made into this. I engine turned it. So for fasteners, I went with these pull rings versus any kind of thumb screw because they could vibrate out. On the end, I bolted on a golf ball. This hits a column of my Bridgeport so it doesn't scratch it. And I machined a groove on a lathe, so that goes into the pin right there. So to use it, pull the ring, insert it. That's not going to come out, and it can rotate. On the Tapmatic arm, I drilled 1/4 inch hole, and that slides in here. So you just pull the pin back, and that's not going to fall out. No way for it to fall out. So this is Mkegadgets. Thank you for viewing this video and sticking around till the end. I know it was a long video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up if I deserve it. And tell your friends. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.